morning, everyone. Just cleaning my glasses there. How are you all doing? Bit late today. I'm endeavouring, just so you know, just for the record, I'm endeavouring to do one of these. See how this goes. I do like trying new routines. I'm endeavouring to do one of these at about 8 o'clock on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Because what I've discovered is trying to do them every day is a bit much. Peaks and troughs of work and the like, dog walking and stuff. Um, but like I feel I need to kind of not leave it to chance whether I do one of these. So it's in my calendar now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Facebook Live or Self-Care Shorts Live. So there you go. And that leads me nicely. I hadn't even thought of this until that moment there. That leads me nicely into an article that I read this morning over breakfast, which was about decision fatigue. So every morning, I suppose, I get myself into here at whatever time I get here, and it's not random, but it fluctuates, and I have to make a decision whether to do a live thing or not, and then I have to sit and think, well, have I got anything to say? And then I have to sit and think, well, what have I got to do next? Whereas if it's just in the calendar, if the decision is made already, then I don't have to make a decision. And the thing I was reading this morning was about decision fatigue, and it's something that I've read about in the past. I haven't read much about decision fatigue for a while, so my knowledge is probably not very accurate. But nevertheless, the article that I read tells us some good things. And I remember when I was reading about decision fatigue the first time round, it was talking about various scenarios, and one of them was judges who make decisions on parole board hearings make harsher decisions in the afternoon than they do in the morning, which is quite interesting. But what they found was the decisions that were made in the morning, when examined by people later, by other professionals on parole board hearings, the decisions on the morning were more accurate. They'd been harsher on an afternoon through fear of making a wrong decision, which is quite interesting. And this article that I found through Flipboard, great app, pulls together lots of news streams and some not so good news streams, but you can configure it. Um, uh, this article reckons that the average adult makes 35,000 decisions a day. And when you think about it, we probably do, because there's lots of kind of really small decisions we make and really big decisions we make, and they all kind of draw on our attentional set. So one of the things I did after reading about decision fatigue, like I say, a few years back now, it's quite a while that I've been doing this. I moved to as far as is practicable and as far as is, appropriate. I wear black t-shirts with a V-neck and either black joggers for a day like today where I'm just sat here all day, or black jeans. That's what I wear. I don't have to think. And I was telling somebody this a while back. I really love clothes. Always have done. I don't quite have the frame for them. They don't hang as well as I would like them to. But I've always loved clothes. And I've always loved buying clothes, and I've always loved checky shirts and bright colours and all that kind of thing. But making that decision when maybe maybe you're not keen on what you look like in a particular thing or whatever, I don't know, whatever it is, but anyway, making that decision was one decision that I could do without, quite frankly, because more often than not you just need to be dressed ready for action, ready to do whatever you need to do. So that's pretty much all I knew about decision fatigue. I knew it was a good thing to eradicate as many decisions as possible from your day, because we get tired as the day goes on. And I knew some other bits and pieces, and this article reminded me of some of those things. Which, this is not me saying this, right? This is not me saying this because I bleat on about planning all the time. But in the end of the article, 7 ways to stop decision fatigue. Number 1, plan ahead as much as possible. You'll make things. This is the article says you'll make things more seamless, so decisions impact your cognitive capacity less if you plan for tomorrow today, because you don't have to make those decisions. You make those decisions when you're all in one place. So that's quite interesting. Don't make decisions on an empty stomach was the second one. So they put that second, so that must be important. It's to do with low blood sugar, apparently. We make, again, this is from the article, we make more impulsive decisions when we're hungry. Oh, I get that. Especially when you go in the fridge and you find something, you think, what have I bought this for? You think, I bought that when I was hungry. Figure out your priorities is the third one. Learn to prioritize. Um, Write them down, then kind of get on with them, I suppose, is the thing. So it's important to know what is. It's important to know what is important. And it's Stephen Covey, isn't it? Keep the main thing the main thing. Create routines. Keep it simple. Um, routine will routine will reduce the amount of decisions you have to make, because you'll just get on with the things that you need to get on with. If you do them the same way every day, you will create an automatic response to the things that need to be done. And prioritize your self-care. Um, make self-care a focus, because if you do have to make decisions, the better you're feeling physically and mentally, the better you will be at this. That's really important. Removing distractions. This was an interesting one. Having to move from task to task uses the same part of your brain as decision making uses. So I talk a bit in the sessions that I do about particular attentional sets in your brain, and once you're in one particular attentional set, it's kind of good to remain in it. Is what I say. But this so this seems to be saying that as you move from task to task, um, if you can move from task to task effortlessly, you don't have to make a decision in that moment, and it helps keep your attention on the tasks that you're doing. So that's pretty important. And I say that all the time. I suppose that's what I call a boundary moment. I think this as I go here. That's what I call a boundary moment. The boundary moment is the bit in between the tasks, and in that boundary moment, if you've got to make a decision rather than just move on to the next task, you're more likely to procrastinate. So make your decisions in advance, so you're not making them kind of in the moment. And get an early start on this. The article suggests plan to make your most important and complex decisions early in the day. That's the thing about the judges, isn't it? When you're making important decisions, you need to make them when you're kind of at your freshest. So there you go. So decision fatigue is a real thing, and one of the things I remember reading is if you have to make complex decisions on an afternoon, double check them and get somebody else to help you out with checking them as well if you can, because they're more likely to be inaccurate than decisions made on a morning. So there you go. I'll share the link to the article if you want to have a look at it in the chat. Doing it now. There you go. It's from Harper's Bazaar. I've got no idea what that is. In terms of the quality of its journalism, but that article was pretty good anyway. So there you go. Enjoy it. And Friday is the most important day of next week, isn't it? So you need to crack on with that. So have good Fridays, have good weekends, and we'll see you next week. We'll see how the Monday, Wednesday, Friday 8 o'clock thing goes, eh? So take care, and see you soon.